Hi, Scorpio. Hello. Welcome to your July reading. As you know, we have here a card, and that's the card that came out for the month of July when I was doing your yearly reading, which I will link here. And that's the Nine of Wands. So, the Nine of Wands, it's a card meaning that something is coming to an end. Something of the everyday life. It's like a job or relationship or some process. It's like a process, not that it is ending, but it's like completing, like when you complete a task or when you complete a job or when you complete something that you have to do. But like this Nine of Wands is a little bit like the moment of rest before you actually finish what you have to finish. And it's a moment where where one it's maybe getting tired and really thinking the entire thing. Like, is it good? Is it worth it? What am I doing this for? So it's both a moment of rest and a moment of doubt and a moment of asking the situation, putting it in question. But let's see. Let's get some other cards. I don't know, you guys. I feel like this High Priestess is you. High Priestess, in my opinion, it's a water sign, so it can as well be you, at your more relaxed and deep position. So there is something about here the Nine of Wands and the High Priestess, which is of a similar energy, because like even the High Priestess is, it's the two. It comes after the one is the magician, the two is the High Priestess, the magician is the masculine energy, the High Priestess is the feminine energy. And it's a lot about engaging with where you are and with what you have and analyzing, and not so much about acting and going after things and putting the work in it. It's more like being happy and content with yourself and sort of sorting things out within your own self and not really chasing after other people or trying to find a solution for what is happening. It's more like, okay, it's like a place of maturity, the High Priestess. And here with the Nine of Wands too. The Nine of Wands, it's a little bit more like an energy of somebody who is tired and it's hurt. But the High Priestess, it's more of an energy of somebody who is just know what they're doing, and like they are mature and they know what they are doing, and they know that they don't need to rely so much on the outside world and the outside people, so they have the knowledge with them. And I don't know, like this Nine of Wands is like a little bit like, okay, it's a little bit more like a reminder, like a reminder to stop what you're doing maybe and take a break and go back to yourself and think about yourself right now. Take care about yourself and be a little bit protective towards your space, towards yourself, because like the High Priestess too, it talks about something that it's happening behind the scenes, that it's happening inside, that is protected, that is sort of secured. It's like an inner process. It's something that it's happening inside. Like with both of this card, I would say like it's more like a feeling of being at home rather than a feeling of being outside doing something. So it's about something happening within, and it's a bit like being protective towards what's going on and towards yourself maybe, and not letting other people in. Like not even that, but because here underneath the Nine of Wands we have the Page of Swords, and the Page of Swords, it's like kind of young energy, playful energy around you. It's an air sign, it's about communication, and somehow I see this Page of Swords like wanting to communicate with you, wanting to play with you, wanting to talk to you, wanting to explain things to you, or trying to impress you, but somehow you are not, you're not looking at it. I don't know why, for what reason. You are not looking at it. Who knows what happened? But we have here the Four of Pentacles. And the Four of Pentacles, it's a little bit, it has something similar with a High Priestess, which is concentrated in herself. But she has in the hand, she has the Torah, you know, the Jewish book of Torah, the Jewish Bible. She has a scripture, she has wisdom, she has knowledge. While here, the Four of Pentacles, this person has a pentacle, this person has some resources, this person has some things of the real world, and he's keeping them for himself. So the difference here is that you are dealing with issues that are of high value, that are values, like even family values, society values, human values. So like what you are protecting, it's something that has a value for humanity. And what this other person is protecting, it's something of material good. It's like their own interest, let's say. So I see this kind of a little bit of a story here that somebody is sort of being a little bit more egoistic, or thinking only about themselves, or keeping the resources only for themselves. And you know, when it comes to kind of work, or when it comes to the everyday life, or when it comes to real things, they only think about themselves in a way, or at least now they are protecting only their own interests, only their own good. And then they are like coming towards you and talking to you, and like even asking, why are you so serious? Why are you taking this so serious? Why are you not hanging around anymore with me? Why are you not playing anymore with me? Why are you not talking to me? And you are like, I don't know, because because the things that you care about are of a different kind of value, and you somehow cannot deal with this right now because it's just too, I don't know, too simple and too low and too egoistic. It's not that you are not even mad or something towards this person. It's just that it doesn't touch you anymore. And there is here with the Nine of Wands and the High Priestess a little bit this emphasis of, okay, concentrate on yourself, take a break, don't let so many things in, like communication or people wanting to do things with you. Like be a little bit more protective this month. For what reason? I don't know. But like all these cards are emphasizing some restrictions, some restricted energy, like probably even with your energy in general. Like be a little bit more retreated. Don't invest so much, even with money or with energy, and keep things for yourself this month. Not in the bad way, but like keep them for yourself, in sense, don't share, but even like knowledge or, I don't know, goods, information. Be a little bit aware of what you are giving, because it looks like your resources maybe are just enough for you right now. Yeah, there's an emphasis on peace, on taking the time for yourself somehow, you know, thinking about yourself somehow, because I feel like there are like this a little bit like two egoistic energies around you, and maybe it may be the same person, I don't know. Once is here this Four of Pentacles person, which is keeping all their resources for them and being egoistic and thinking only about their plans, their work, their money. But like when it comes to talk to you, then they are like, yes, why are you acting like this? Like they pretend that that's normal what they are doing, and to that you are reacting in a very mature way. And then there's this Five of Swords as well, which is an egoistic energy, which I don't feel like it's you somehow. And the Five of Swords energy, it's not anymore just only keeping things from themselves, but like even trying to get things from you, trying to win over, not only you, but maybe like all around, like trying to be the best in the environment where they are, trying to take all the resources for themselves, thinking only about themselves, not about the other people who are involved in this situation. But like with both of these egoistic energies, I see you actually being very poised, very peaceful, very slow, like you are not reactive, and that's the good thing about this month. So try not to be reactive. I mean, maybe you'll feel like, because we have Mars in Aries, and Mars in Aries, it's a very fiery position and you are influenced by it. So by this position right now, so there's a lot of energy and there is a lot of need maybe to fight, like from within, but like you have to be wise and you have to be logical, and the High Priestess is there to remind you that you have to be wise. You don't have to be strong right now, but wise. Like even with a Nine of Wands, it's like, it's not the time to fight, it's the time to take a rest actually and stop fighting, and instead like be wise, fight with your wisdom and maybe with your mind and with your strategy, and not with resources and discussions. And yeah, it's not, it depends what kind of issue it is, but it's not a good time to go at war, especially for you that are an energetic sign. And with Mars in Aries, things may get very fast, very fiery. And here, this Five of Swords, like we have this beautiful Nine of Pentacles, and the Nine of Pentacles is as well like, okay, go back to yourself. It's a singles card, so it's like try to enjoy what is around you and be slow. There's something about slowing down this month, totally slowing down. Like even Temperance is saying that Be peaceful, be slow, go in nature, or go at the seaside, go like where there is water. And here with the Nine of Pentacles we have here as well the snail, representing slowness and being with nature somehow, being with time. And there are two energies around you who want to fight, who want to discuss, who wants to play, and you are not really paying attention to them because you can't. You're being wise because they are not so mature actually in what they are doing right now. And you just don't have the time for it, and you don't have the energy for it, and you don't want to invest in that. It's not that you don't have the energy, you have even the resources and you have the knowledge, but it's not what you want. There's something here about being peaceful and being with nature and being with time and being wise and being slow. It's like slowing down. I'll get another card from this other deck. Intuitive. Nice. This card means it's time to connect the dots. And I like it because it means like, yeah, it's time to calculate, to make the calculation, because probably you have been invested into something, and when you are doing something, then you never calculate and you don't see the results. But now time is there to connect the dots and to see what actually comes out of it. That's why you need to be not in the situation, but a little bit outside of the situation, and do that kind of work that you need to do in order to understand what's going on and what are the results here, like what's happening, what is really happening. Yeah, so it's time to connect the dots. It's time to see what you have been doing so far with this situation here around you. Okay, you guys, like, subscribe, leave a comment. I hope you liked it, and I will see you next month. Bye.